Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is this girl Tyla. So
Okay, guys, I'm trying something new today. We're doing pop culture revelations. If you like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. That way I know that you want to see more content like this. Let's roll.
okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is this girl Tyla. So Tyla is this I think she's from South Africa. I don't remember, but she's this new girl. She got that song "Water." I literally have not heard the entire song, but I've heard it like bits and pieces, like samples of it, so many times because it's so popular. Super cute girl, super cute girl. I have nothing negative to say about her, but she's the girl of the moment. And I was realizing, like, as I was like, because she was being shoved down our throat in February, all of February. I feel like February was the month of Tyla. I was watching, the more and more I started watching things that they kept putting her on. She was like everything. She was everywhere. I think she got a Grammy. I started realizing, you know what? I think they're trying to peg her as the next Rihanna, because Rihanna is now in her motherhood phase. She has her Fenty line bringing in money. She doesn't necessarily have to perform to make money. I think she's really relying on Fenty to be her breadwinner. And then she has her 2 babies, and she's just doing the whole motherhood thing. I don't think Rihanna is going to be the Rihanna that she used to be. She's in a different era in her life. We're going to get to the eras too. But it made me realize that Tyla is now, I think they're trying to put her into Rihanna's place as that exotic black girl who is sexy and gives that exotic, with the accent, just the beauty, everything. I think she's kind of stepping into Rihanna's place in that regard. And we all know the music industry, there's not a lot of spaces, for the big names. As far as big names go, there's only a certain amount of spaces they have reserved for certain types of people. And I think she's stepping into Rihanna's place. I think they're gearing her up for that. So I don't know how far that's going to go. I don't know what decision she's going to make. I've seen she's been hanging around Chris Brown a lot, which I did not even put 2 and 2 together. But oh my God, that was a revelation that I just had right on the spot. She's hanging out with Chris Brown a lot. Rihanna and Chris Brown were the big, they were a couple when Rihanna first got started. It's all making sense. Anyways, y'all let me know. What do y'all think? Is Tyla the next Rihanna? Are they trying to put her in Rihanna's spot? Is she coming for Rihanna's spot? Not necessarily like to be Rihanna, but like she's filling that exotic black sexy role in the music industry right now. I think so. But anywho, let's get to the next topic. Old money aesthetic. Speaking of which, and I didn't even plan this, I had this Oscar by Oscar de la Renta top. It's a button-down safari-like linen number that I have tried to sell on the real, and I have not been successful at it. So I was like, let me throw this on for this video. I was not trying to go for the old money aesthetic, but I think it's very fitting. It's very kind of like bland, tailored, high quality fabric. Definitely old money, but that's not why I wore this. I promise you. I just happened to have this, and I was like, let me put this on. It'll just be something easy for me to slip on for the video. I have a love-and-hate relationship with the old money aesthetic because I feel like it's so annoying, because I've always had a classic, timeless style. That's always been my MO. Like, I'll wear things that are, I won't say trendy, but that are kind of out there. But for my basic staples, I always go back to that same thing. Like, I think a Chanel vibe, because it's classic. It's never going to go out of style. So I love that. But the fact that it's a trend, it's irking me. And it irks me because I don't want everyone dressing like me. So I'm doing my best to like ignore it, because I know, as all things trendy, it'll fall out of style eventually. But I think it makes it hard to find high quality, colorful clothes. Like, not everyone wants to walk around looking like, they're going on a safari, or, like bland potatoes. Like, I love natural earth tones, like the next woman, but it's just so difficult right now to find colorful, feminine dresses, blouses that are not gray, black, white, tan. It's so annoying. So I'm ready for this old money aesthetic to get over with, and I'm hoping maybe there's going to be like a 90s rave revival. I don't know why, not that I would wear any of those clothes, but I think it'd be fun if that would be the next trend, because the fashion market needs to overcorrect itself, because it's gone way too way too far into the right side of vanilla, and now it's going to have to overcorrect itself and go straight to the rave, to the 90s rave era. I don't know. That's just me talking funny, but the old money aesthetic, come on, guys. Like, designers, clothing stores, we need you to bring back color for us feminine girlies. Okay, next bit of tea, or maybe it's just a complaint. I am so over era. When did everything become an era? Era. I mean, I don't know if it's Taylor Swift Eras tour that got everyone using the word era, but I feel like everybody is in an era. I've seen it on sales signs, like at stores, like the era of like in your fit girl era. No, no, no. I am in my prosperity era. That is what is downloaded to me, and no other eras can happen at the same. I'm just kidding, but I'm just saying, like, let me give y'all some synonyms for era, because we're gonna have to move that out of our lexicon very soon because it is overly used. Instead of using era, you can use season. I'm in my fit girl season. I'm in my prosperity season. I am in this stage of my life. I'm in my healthy stage. I'm in my peace stage of my life. Like, you get where I'm going. Everything doesn't have to be an era. Oh, Lord. Okay, that was just me. I just really need to vent on that pop culture thing because era is era and me out. Okay. Okay. So next up, I want to talk about quality of work and the decline of quality of work. So, um, this is kind of like a controversial topic. I was reading an article online talking about how a lot of employers, a lot of companies are going away from requiring a degree for certain positions. And it got me thinking, like, what would be the impact of that? Like, I'm all for, people getting into, like, not necessarily needed a degree to break into an industry. However, as I was reflecting on it, my personal experience with working with people who don't have college degrees, or working with people who do, and who actually took their education seriously, and also just reflecting on all the things that I learned in college that I would not have been able to bring over into the professional environment had I not learned it in school. And I wanted to talk about a few of those things. So one thing, I mean, I'll talk about, the benefit of, not requiring college degrees for certain jobs is it decreases the barriers of entry to certain positions, which that's great. Everyone, I don't want to say everyone deserves an opportunity, but I think it's great for the people who get an opportunity now, because the jobs are finally going to allow them into that role. But I do think that there are some sort of skills that you will learn in college or in secondary school, whatever that may be, whether you're going to a trade school, what have you, that you're not going to have those skills if you just come straight out of high school and into that particular role. And I've actually seen this firsthand, someone who thinks that they might have the professional acumen, but they really don't. Like, there's a tons of blind spots that are missing, or things that they're not seeing, and you can't correct them because they'll get offended. They'll think that you're on your high horse, or that you think you're better than them because you do have a degree. But at the same time, it just like makes you grimace, because it's like, I don't want my work to be affected by this. Because let's be honest, people in I would say higher positions within a company are going to judge you on the little things. They will. Um, they will, because these are individuals. Majority of them did go to college, did go to school, and they did learn proper grammar and punctuation, and how to write a structured email the proper way. And if you're sending out things and your grammar is really bad, and the email's not structured correctly, just little things like that, they're going to notice, and it does reflect on you. And they might not say anything to you, but it does get noticed. So I'm wondering, like, I'm just kind of trying to forecast, like, what is going to be the result of this in the future. And I'm wondering, like, are the companies going to see a decrease in the quality of the work because maybe their clientele, say they work with a higher clientele, and maybe the clientele notices the decrease in the quality of the work, and then they're going to want to go to companies who they find out, then they'll do their research. They'll research what companies are requiring people to have college degrees, and then they'll go and move over to those companies. This is just a thought. One thing I know about people, high net worth individuals, is they have a meticulous eye, and it's those little things that people underestimate, that people notice, that really kind of set you apart and make it known your education level, or even the structure of your family, and sometimes like your background. And I don't want to be judgmental, but we live in a judgmental world. Like, I live in this world as well, and that's how I learn these things. I learned that people are watching everything that comes out of my mouth. People are watching the structure and grammar of my speech, my writing style, how I carry myself in public. These are all things that are witnessed and noticed, and these are things that, from a professional standpoint, you learn a little bit of this in college. And so I'm curious to see how this reflects on the companies and their client base, because I don't think that people want to invest in companies who are not going to deliver quality. So I'm wondering if this is going to decrease the quality of the work, is really kind of my question. I'm also wondering, like, if these companies are not going to get college educated individuals, are they going to invest in these people that they're hiring to help get their, just their basic, office clerical skill, professional skills up to the level that someone in college would have already learned? Because I think that would be beneficial as well. But it needs to be done in a tasteful um, and sensitive manner, because people can get a little bit defensive if they feel they're being singled out because they don't have a college degree. But maybe apprenticeship opportunities can be opened up so that people can learn those soft skills that they're not necessarily getting, or they don't have, but that are going to make a huge difference in their lives. It makes a huge difference in the workplace. I'm not going to lie to you. It makes a huge difference. Um, I think that might be necessary. And I'm curious to see how that works and how companies deal with that in the future. But guys, that is all I have for this video. Just some things and ideas that popped into my head over the last couple months, and I wanted to talk about it in a video. And of course, I want you to chime in. So be sure to drop me a comment below and let me know if any of these topics in particular have grinded your gears at any point, or if you had any thoughts about them. And I would happy to have some discourse with you guys. I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, be sure to give me a thumbs up, and I'll make sure to do another pop culture revelations video in the coming future, so that we can discuss some more things that are happening in our world that kind of make us question some things. But that's all I have for you guys today, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.